Alright, what's good, everyone? It's George from For the Youth, and today I'm here with
Jumex, yo, what's up?
I just want to ask you just a basic question.
Yeah.
So, first question, obviously, how do you start making music? How did you get into music?
So, how I got into music was I was in a punk band in high school, and then everybody stopped showing up to practice and stopped committing. So I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna make solo music, and I was just putting it on SoundCloud. That's how I really started.
That's fire. And then, like, when you started putting your music on SoundCloud, what was, like, the first song or moment that you really gained traction?
One of the first songs I think is when I started experimenting more with like the emo guitar samples on like trap beats, because it was so new back in the day. It was something that not a lot of people did. So right when I started doing that, I just noticed like the traction I was getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot, but it was it was like it was decent.
And then, like, I guess at what point did you know that you could take music seriously? Like, what was the point where it all clicked for you, or if there wasn't even a point like that?
Probably when, I don't know, I just kind of found a sound, and I had like green dreads back in the day, and I was just branding off of my image, and everything was just making more sense. So I started taking it a little bit more seriously.
Yeah. So at that point, when you had like the green dreads and stuff like that, what I guess, like, how did you pivot from like the punk band era to like that era? Like, how was that like transition?
I think the transition was a little bit. It transitioned from, just basically adding like hip hop trap drums into my music.
Yeah.
Because it still had the same punk effect with like the guitars and the melody behind it, but the only thing that was different was the trap drums.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And then, like, what is your favorite song that you've made?
My favorite song right now, I have so many. I make so many types of music just for fun. I don't like to be kept in a box, but probably like Trapped or Wish Me Death, because it's just so fun to play, perform live, just screaming into a mic, and then everybody just moshing and stuff.
Yeah. So, like, what was the reaction? Because I'm assuming you were still in high school, like, when you had your, like, blow up.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, how was the reaction, like, from kids in your high school?
Everybody was shocked, honestly. Did you see the video of me smoking weed in class or no?
Honestly, I probably did, bro. Like, I just don't remember. I mean, I was, like,
so there was like this viral video that like of me, like I sparked a joint in class, and then when that happened, like my whole school was just like freaking out, and a lot of people were talking about me then.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn.
Was it like something where like, people like weren't fucking with you, weren't talking to you, and then when you blew up, like everyone started coming to you? Was it that type of thing?
A little bit. I mean, I'm sure they knew of me, because I don't know, I was always like messing around, just I don't know, having fun in high school, but I guess when I did that, they like heard of my music after that, and they're like, wow, like this kid makes music. They were like hella interested.
Yeah. So like, I guess with like your music, what was your biggest who are your biggest inspirations?
Probably Michael Jackson, Lil Peep, X. I like old music too, like David Bowie and some other stuff like that. So
no, I definitely like see that in listening to your music.
Yeah.
And like, honestly, I even know that you were an engineer, so that's cool that you're like kind of taking that path, because I feel like in order to like really be good at making music, you have to know like the production side of it too.
Yeah.
So that's cool. What is your like dream collab, if you have any?
My dream collab, right now, probably be like Sia. I don't know. You listen to Sia?
I've heard of it.
She has like a good voice. She has like a good texture, raspy voice, but she can hit the high notes really cool. So that would be a cool collab.
That's fire. What who's like your favorite artist to work with? If you have any.
My favorite artist, I mean, I did work with Travis Barker. He was really cool. He was a really down to earth dude. So it was really cool working with him.
That's fire. Yeah. How was that? I mean, that's pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the best drummers in the world, like, and very experienced. So, when I got a chance to work with him, I definitely learned a lot about music production, and just like, I don't know, the overall rock side of making drums and stuff,
Yeah. Hell yeah. So like, obviously you get asked this question a lot. Like, how did you deal with the hate for people like asking like the industry stuff?
I didn't deal with it that good, to be honest. I got the little things, you know. I was affected by the littlest things because I was so new to music,
Yeah.
you know. But with whatever you do, people are going to like it or hate it. And I've slowly learned to realize it. So it's something you can't really, you know, control, but you have to learn how to, you know, handle that situation.
Yeah, I feel like that's facts. And also, like, if you're doing something good, people are going to hate.
Yeah.
You know, it's just what it is. I just remember, like, in 2018, maybe 2019, like I couldn't scroll on YouTube without seeing like a video or a view on the thumbnail, like is this guy in industry playing? Like Patrick CC and all of them.
Yeah.
Like, they're all doing those types of videos, and I mean, like if that was me, that would probably like, get to my head. Like, how did you avoid that?
I mean, like I said, I try to stay focused, but you know, sometimes you get the, you know, it gets to you, and then you know it's like fuck, you know. But you know, right now, I mean, it is what it is. You know, I mean, like people are always gonna hate, but people are always gonna love. So
yeah, that's fire. Like, do you like looking back? Would you I guess, have done anything differently?
Yeah, definitely. You know, looking back into it, I should have not taken a lot of things for granted, but you know, that's life. It's living and learning and experimenting. But at the same time, you know, I feel like life happens, like everything happens for a reason. So I kind of like just appreciated the journey as I went, you know, with it.
Hell yeah. So like do you listen to like, who are some people you listen to
now? I've been listening to Dave Blunt's, you know,
shout out Dave Blunt's, of course.
He's an interesting character, but you know, his lyrics are pretty funny, and you know, he's very melodic, so it's something that stood out to me.
Yeah, shout out to Dave Blunt's. You guys got to get a song together.
I know.
That'd be fire. So what are your opinions on like Netspend?
He's cool. I didn't really get a chance to listen to his music, but my friend said he went to his concert and it like the line was like a mile long, so I'm like, damn, he definitely has like mad support.
Talking about the one in Chicago?
Yeah.
Dude, we were there too.
Really?
The line was like wrapped around the entire block.
Yeah, I was like, he told me, he's like, bro, you gotta try to open up for him because there's just so many people here, and I'm like, damn, that's pretty cool.
So like, this is a question I asked the people in line too. Mm-hmm. Would you take a sip of Netspend's drink if he offered you?
I don't know. I don't know what's in his drink.
It's probably like lean. It's probably purple. Maybe some green.
Probably not, to be honest.
No?
Yeah.
Damn. So
I'll have to pass on that, you know.
Yeah, that's good though. That's good. You gotta stay healthy, man. Fuck the drink. So like, I always ask people I interview this question. It's good to kind of like manifest and like good to look back onto someday.
Of course.
So where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Just honestly, still building my empire, you know, and doing what, you know, makes me proud of myself. I think that's the most important thing. I think you have to keep grinding, staying consistent, and do what not makes you necessarily happy, but what makes you proud of, you know, where you started, and you got to appreciate the journey, you know?
That's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fire. Obviously you don't have to answer this question, but are there any things that you kind of want to like the dirty side of the music industry, or any experiences that you had, or
I mean, the music industry is what it is, you know. I mean, there's always, I feel like, some rotten stuff going on in big industries like that, but luckily I never was really into I never was really into a major label like that. I didn't sign a major label, so I feel like I didn't get to experience like the rots inside of it. But that's good. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, there's definitely like layers and layers to
exactly. Yeah.
Would you ever want to like start your own record label?
Maybe, honestly. It really depends, you know. I have managed some people in the past, but sometimes, you know, it doesn't work out, so, you know. Yeah.
Are you tapped into anyone in the Chicago scene? Because there's a lot of people coming up.
The Chicago scene, yeah. The Chicago scene is really big right now. The underground scene is always popping.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very diverse, you know, so I definitely, I appreciate all of it, you know, people who just make, you know, hip-hop or just like the alternative scene. Not anybody in particular, but I'm here for the whole ride, you know. Yeah. I'm here to support anybody.
Yeah. Are there any like certain artists that you're liking out of Chicago, or?
I mean, I've always liked Dirk. He's not underground, but you know, he's definitely been making music ever since I was like 7, you know.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's continuing to make, you know, music right now is incredible.
Yeah. Shout out to Dirk.
Yeah.
Um, are you This is an interesting question. Are you tapped into YouTube at all? Do you watch YouTube?
A little bit here and
Okay.
there, you know.
Do you have any favorite YouTubers?
Um, I like heard of Ross Creations?
Yeah, shout
He
out.
does he
He's
does like the
dope.
interesting pranks that are
Yeah.
like, I don't know, it's like dad humor, you know what I mean? Because he just
Yeah.
does stuff that's like, I don't know, it's weird. It's weird pranks, but it's funny.
Yeah, he's an OG of that whole like prank scene.
Exactly,
For
yeah.
sure. What any like Instagram brands or like media platforms that you like or anything?
I'm not sure, honestly. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm distracted by Insta brands because I just keep like scrolling on the reels. You know what I mean? It's hard.
Yeah,
It's hard to stay focused now these days.
that's very true. I feel like that's like a very important thing people take for granted is like staying focused.
I know.
Like everyone, wake up, scroll, eat,
Exactly.
scroll.
Yeah.
It's good to like take a break, take a dopamine detox or something like that. Yeah. Music is like a cool outlet for that as
Yeah.
well.
Exactly.
Are you working on any new songs or projects?
Yeah. So I'm dropping. I've been dropping more Spanish songs. But I'm also dropping them in English. So I'm not limiting my audience. And then
Oh.
my plan is to like drop a couple singles leading into my debut album.
Okay.
So that's gonna be interesting.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be lit. So like with the Spanish songs too, I feel like you can attract a new audience too.
Yeah, that's the goal. I feel like I get a lot of support from like, Brazil, Argentina, Chile,
Yeah.
Mexico, stuff like that. So I've been, just I guess experimenting with that and making more Spanish music to make them kind of happy too,
Yeah. And like a lot of fans probably like might be wondering like what you're on, what you're up to. Like, do you have a certain, I guess, date for that project, or is it?
Probably 2025.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly, but I have 2 new music videos up, or 1 music video up right now. I'm probably gonna drop a couple more, and then I'll drop the album.
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. All right, bet. And this is a little quick interview. Shout out to Jumex, Cloud City Studio.
Yes, sir. Cloud City.
Cloud City Studio. Make sure to tap in. If you're an artist and you need a session, make sure to tap in. I have one more question for you though, right?
Mhm.
So I ask all my guests this. What is your message for the youth?
My message to the youth, or for the youth, it's very cliche, but I would feel like to get out the comfort zone, so you could progress and evolve. I think that's the key. I think
Yeah.
when you put yourself in positions like that, you would be, amazed with what you can handle, and what, your mindset and goals can accomplish. I think the goal is to achieve greatness, and yeah, just stay on the path, don't get distracted.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Appreciate you.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, George.
Yes, sir.